I'm going to be sharing in this video the science behind mind-body medicine. These are specifically the things that I first learned when I found mind-body medicine that made me so open to learning it when I was really analytical. I was a chemical engineer, still am technically, so I've always just been really analytical, and I did find it helpful to actually understand certain things about the human body and how it works and how it can heal itself that had me really resonate with this work and so open to learning it because it didn't seem like this woo-woo out of the box thing when I started to learn this stuff. But I'm also going to say that if you need to understand something before you let it in, then you are going to stay stuck in the consciousness of reason. So if you've ever seen the Human Scale of Consciousness, if you haven't, you can Google it. It's from the book Power versus Force by Dr. David Hawkins, which is a great book to read just in general to understand the science of mind-body medicine and the power of your body to heal itself. Like, they've done so many experiments on this. They've calibrated this. That's how they created the Human Scale of Consciousness. That's a logarithmic scale. Great book to read if you want to know more about the science behind this. But the Human Scale of Consciousness, it's essentially like a scale of emotions. And when I first saw this, I saw where acceptance was on the Human Scale of Consciousness. So like at the bottom is shame, meaning that's the densest emotion a human being can carry or feel, apparently, from what they've calibrated. And then it goes like guilt, apathy, fear, anger, acceptance, courage, reason, love, joy, peace. So we'll go back to the reason piece first. So reason is right below love. So if I need to understand something first in order to let love in, then I'm going to stay in the consciousness of reason, and then I'm never going to reach the consciousness of love, even though it's my natural state, because I'm like, no, I have to understand it first. So apparently even Einstein, he operated at apparently 499 on the Human Scale of Consciousness, because reason's at 400, love is at 500. So apparently he never reached the consciousness of love because he was so in his mind and he wasn't really letting love in, so it was all about reason and logic and understanding for him. And so that's why you can heal without ever understanding why, by just letting love in. Meaning if you just start having more compassion for what you're feeling, you're going to go straight to the consciousness of love without ever having to understand, why is this working? How is this working? You could totally skip everything I'm going to say in this video and still heal, because you don't need to understand this in order to heal. It just might be helpful for you to understand this, and maybe you're going to be more willing, and maybe this will resonate with you more if you understand the power of your body. So when I first saw the Human Scale of Consciousness and I saw where acceptance was on the Human Scale of Consciousness, it's much higher than a lot of dense emotions that I was carrying, like hopelessness, despair, shame. Acceptance was much higher. And I realized if I could just accept what I'm feeling, that would be a huge shift in consciousness, a huge shift in vibration, if I could just get to that point. So acceptance doesn't mean like, oh, I'm just accepting this is happening to me and I'm so unlucky and this sucks. It was like, okay, on some level, I know this is happening for me. I'm going to receive this. It feels better to receive this and accept this and allow this and surrender to this than to resist it. I did notice I felt worse when I resisted what I was feeling. And also that's what had me not heal for so long, because I was in resistance. I didn't want to feel what I was feeling. And that's what I see with everyone that I can tell has depression, even if I'm just talking to my friends. They seem like they're in so much pain and I really want to help them, but I can feel they have zero willingness to feel what they're feeling. They will do anything in the world to avoid feeling the pain they're feeling. They will distract. They will try to do a million things that they think are going to make a difference. Like, I'll work out more, I'll hang out with friends more, I'll invest in myself more, I'll travel more, but they don't change their inner state of being. And that's exactly what I was doing and exactly why I didn't heal for the longest time. And it makes sense. Why would you want to feel what you're feeling unless you understand the science behind what it creates, right? So the reason that it is so powerful to welcome what you're feeling is because you are an energetic being. So if you break down your physical body into the smallest subatomic particles, you're actually made out of more than 99% empty space and less than 0.1% physical matter. You're primarily an energetic, vibrational being. You are electromagnetic. You're constantly giving off an electromagnetic field. It looks like a torus field, like this. Strongest electromagnetic field coming from your heart. And it spreads out infinitely beyond your body, but it's detectable 8 to 10 feet outside your body. And there are 3 main functions to your energy body. You are a transmitter. What that means is you're constantly transmitting an energy, a vibration, and it is your state of consciousness, your state of being. What are you feeling in that moment? The type of thoughts you're having, the emotions you're carrying, that's constantly being emanated from you. People can feel it. And secondly, you are a receptor. So you can feel other people's energy and emotions and state of consciousness. So it's like how you can tell that someone's upset even when they're not saying they're upset. You can just feel it. You don't even have to be physically in the same room as them. And even if you're super sensitive, you may not even need to speak to them and you could feel it. You just feel it like through the energy of the text. They didn't even say anything different than their normal text, but you can feel something's going on here because you are a receptor. And then thirdly, you are a transmuter. So what that means is your body knows naturally how to transmute energy. What that means is dissolve energy. And emotions are just energy in motion. So your body already knows how to dissolve emotions. And when you're not in resistance, your body can do that. That's what it does when it's in its rest and digest state, in your parasympathetic nervous system state. Your body already knows how to process emotions and heal itself. So when we resist what we're feeling, then we can't allow our body to work as it's designed. And then the energy stays stuck or the emotions stay stuck. So that's why it is so, so, so important to welcome what you're feeling instead of resist it. And you might need to find a point of willingness as to why you'd be willing to do that when it hurts so much to feel what you're feeling. And maybe this will be your point of willingness. I'm willing to feel what I'm feeling because now I know that when I'm in non-resistance, my body can move this energy. And if that's all I know right now, and that's the only reason I'm willing to drop into this, that's still better than not dropping into it at all and not welcoming it at all. Your body can tell the difference between unconditional love and conditional love. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to welcome my emotions so that they go away, that actually won't really work either. I tried that as well, and it didn't work. My body knew the difference. There had to be some compassion there. And that's why what I said at the beginning of the video about the human scale of consciousness and how love operates at 500, love and above is your natural state. So there has to be some sort of love or compassion to have that instantaneous healing, to access that natural state of love and above on the human scale of consciousness. So if you can get to acceptance, great. Okay, I accept that this is what I'm feeling. I'll surrender to it. If you can get to love, even better, because that is your natural state, and that's where instantaneous healing can happen. So if you can just have more compassion for what you're feeling, you are accessing a really high consciousness, a really high vibration, where these lower density emotions just can't exist in your body when you're operating there. They will dissolve because they don't align with this higher state of consciousness. They'll come up, you'll feel them as they're coming up and out, and if you're not in resistance, they will move right through. And also what I wanted to say about your electromagnetic field that looks like a torus field, your heart has the strongest electromagnetic field, and then your brain has like your second largest electromagnetic field. And your heart actually sends more information to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. And your brain only knows what you've been taught. What you've been taught in this life, or that's been passed down from you, beliefs from past life, ancestors. That is all you will know, is what you've been taught. And like, what if you grew up in like a box and never talked to anyone? You would have very little knowledge. And so then would it be wise for you to make decisions from your brain over your heart if you lived in a box your whole life? Probably not. But that is actually true for anyone. No matter how much you've lived and no matter how much you've learned, you will still only know what you've been taught, which is limited compared to the millions and trillions of things out there that you've never even heard of. So that's why it's more powerful to make decisions from your heart than from your brain. By your heart, I truly mean the sensory neurons around your heart that act just like brain cells, that have intelligence and awareness. The reason you have a longing for something, because you know it's available. Your heart knows. These sensory neurons that are just like brain cells, they know, and they know more than your brain knows about what's available for you. Things that exist that you've never heard of. Healing modalities that could heal your illness that you had never heard of. Your heart knows that. Your brain doesn't know that. So if you're like searching on Google, I want to heal this, just like I did. I was trying to heal from depression, searching how do I heal from depression. That wasn't the way to heal, by doing it from brainstorming and thinking and what more can I do. It doesn't come from there. It comes from your heart. It comes from being guided by your body. The more you sense and feel and you bring awareness, you will have the awareness on what to do. Your body's actually not leaving you hanging in any moment. You might be thinking, where's my guidance? Where's my awareness? I'm not being guided to do anything. It's not true. If you're not getting some sort of next step, it means right here, right now is where you need to be. This is where you make all the change. This is where you access all your power. You go into the pain. That's why there is no next step, because this is the step. Be in this pain. It's here for you to feel it, not for you to just go do something else. That wouldn't make any sense. It's coming up for you. So I hope by watching this that you understand a little bit more about how your body is able to heal itself and the power that your body has to heal itself. If you want to know how to actually access these tools that your body has that can do this for you, there's so many different ones. They all essentially are the same thing: accessing love, accessing a higher consciousness than where the problem got created. That's what every single one of these tools does that I have in my course. That's called How to Align with Your Natural State of Love, Joy, and Abundance. So you could even just pick one of these tools that resonates with you and run with it. You don't have to do all of it. You don't have to understand how to heal in order to heal. It's meant to be loving and nurturing. So yeah, if this resonates with you and you want to take this course and start utilizing these tools, integrating them into your life, accessing your body's power to heal itself, I will put the link to this course below where you can learn more about that. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'm sending you so much love.